I can't think. What am I supposed to?
Hey, y'all. Welcome to my channel. Like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell up in the top right-hand corner so you'll be notified whenever I go live or drop a new video. Tonight is going to be a good night, good topic. We're going to be talking about all different types of relationship stuff. I got a couple of guests on here tonight with me. My girl, Melissa.
Hey.
And you all remember from last time, my boy, your boy Black, my Wody. That's what I call him.
What's good?
So we're going to be talking about what exactly is a modern woman. Also, we're going to be talking about independent women and submission. Does it coexist? And I also got a couple of memes that we're going to talk about because, of course, I've been called the meme queen. So I got to stay true to that. But I'm glad you all are tuning in. So welcome. So our first question is, what is your definition of a modern woman? And I guess we want to go. Melissa, you can go.
No, you started off. You started off for me.
My definition would be, and it's not like a literal definition, it's just my own ebonic urban definition, would be like a city girl, so to speak. It's the modern woman. It's a woman that, don't cook, don't clean, don't.
Oh, that's the modern woman. Okay.
That's the quote unquote modern woman.
Okay.
That just don't.
Just don't. Okay.
Just don't. I don't do this. I don't do that. I just don't.
Well, I'm today years old. I didn't know.
Hey.
I thought it was gonna be
no, that's just kids and B definition. Now, your definition might be something different. I'm just trying to figure out what is really the definition, because that quote, that statement, that phrase is going around social media. You hear different people talking about it. So I'm just like, what is really the modern woman? Because I don't know. But from what I see on social media, that's the definition that I came up with. Because they always talk about the modern woman that don't do this and don't do that. She's not submissive. She, just don't. So, what do you think?
Okay. Well, I'm not familiar with all that on social media. I was going to give it a good little definition. A modern woman, working, career-oriented, family-oriented, being able to handle both worlds, family and work, and still being able to take care of herself, health, and looking good, things like that. That's what I thought a modern woman would be.
That's a good definition. And I can see how you would think that.
Because you see a lot of folks, I mean, the little bit that I do on social media, whatnot, scrolling or whatnot, I'm seeing more of a career-minded women and, talking about career goals and things like that. Yeah, I see a little ratchet, but what catches my attention is the career stuff, I guess. So.
No, I surf the web. I surf it, baby, from Twitter to IG to Facebook, and they be talking about the quote unquote modern woman that she don't this and she don't that. So I want to know from a male's perspective, what is a modern woman from y'all eyes?
Do tell.
Come on, you boy Black. You got so much to say.
I'm representing
you represent the males tonight.
So, well, my definition of a modern woman is probably a combination of both of those things you guys said. It's the woman that don't this and don't that, and anything that has to do with the being traditional, that's out the window. Being able to do what men do, trying to be egalitarian, like want everything to be equal, like all the way across, like whatever a man can do, I could do better type thing, superwoman. Let's look at the thumbnail. Let's look at the thumbnail.
What is the dictionary
Let's look at the thumbnail.
definition?
Yeah, I'll look up the Urban Dictionary one. So like looking at this thumbnail, like the modern woman is a go-getter in her money, like the girl in the left-hand corner. But see, the putting the money to your ear, that's like a guy thing. That's masculine. Like that's what men started off doing. But like I said, modern women want to be able to express themselves in the same way men do.
So you trying to say the modern woman has masculinity too? She's masculine?
Yeah. That's what the modern woman. Yes, actually, yes, I am saying that. Because then if you look at the next one, with her arm up, being strong, and then you got the tongue out because you want to be sexually liberated and free to do what to do what you want to do. But yeah, and still, and then like the other two, one is a superwoman. She's coming up out of her uniform to be a superwoman, and I see the modern woman doing that because they're starting to conquer, endeavors that women weren't touching before. It's because it is a new era in time where women are able to really explore what they want to do as far as career-wise, or you can be like the pretty girl in the middle, the little brat, or the one with the EBH tattoo, but. So that's what I think. That's what I think the modern woman is. When I say the modern woman, it's usually a woman that sounds like, oh, I don't want to be a man's slave. I don't need a man. I'm independent. It's I'm about my bag. I don't want to cook. I don't want to do anything traditionally known as feminine. So that's what the modern woman is, and that could be simply, going too far with it, but that's generally, I can't really hit or miss. I can't really miss when I use that definition. But the Urban Dictionary says, I don't really like using the Urban Dictionary too much, but it was really the only one that had somewhat a comprehensive definition for once. You want to read it? You want to read it, or I'll read it?
I'll read it. It says the modern woman can very often be put in the text and has many uses, both professional and sexual. The modern woman has a job, not entry level, has done very well for herself, and maintains or does not maintain a family. In the 1950s, when the term first came to use, it was also a sexual saying. A modern woman can have as many romantic interests as she sees fit. The modern woman pursues affairs and is equal to the man when it comes to sexual partners, marking the end of the nice girl era in which women were only supposed to have one sexual partner as opposed to men who could pursue interests of a sexual nature. You're a modern woman. You can have as many partners as you please. Okay. So I see that's clarity, because when I was seeing what people were saying about the modern woman, it was coming across like they was just ratchet.
Yeah, and that's what you're seeing a lot of. I'm thinking of, I guess the younger generation or whatnot. You got that hookup culture and things like that where they just out here loose as a goose. So I guess it is a difference with the different age brackets
With the
whatnot,
generations, yeah.
Mhm.
Because
What you
our
would
generation
consider.
is like the modern woman is just like a professional. She's a
Yeah.
go-getter. She's independent. She's able to take care of herself if need be.
Hmm. Yeah.
Whereas these younger, the modern woman is, they trying to find a man to take care of them, to do everything. They don't do this, they don't do that, they not doing this, and they not doing this, they ain't doing this, and they ain't doing that. And that's
Yeah.
period.
But where
So
they getting that from? They listening to what these entertainers or
yeah,
whatnot,
that's
and
why
what
I
they.
say that's why I call it the quote unquote city girl
Mhm.
mentality.
But okay, and those okay. So who said that? The Cardi B, what in that song? But she do cook, she do clean, So they
Yeah.
want to listen to that fake narrative And no, you do have to do that. So,
Yeah.
but they'll learn. You know, I guess that comes with age and
We
maturity.
pray.
You'll see.
We
Yeah.
pray. We
You
pray.
think it come with maturity? Because what I'm finding in this culture a lot is a lot of older women are listening and following trends of the women that's the younger women.
Oh.
So you would think that when you get older, you would get more mature, but it just seemed like in the recent 10 years or so, now it's starting where the things that used to apply to 20-year-olds or only to 20 and 30-year-olds, now there is no lines, no distinguishing between the two. You see grandmas twerking on TikTok.
Oh my.
You got women, there is no age appropriateness, should I say. So
But
Well, yeah.
grandmamas are younger nowadays. It's
Yeah.
grandmamas
Yeah.
like my age, and stuff. Like I don't know who it is. I don't know their names, but it's a mama, a grandmama, and a daughter. They have a lot of different reels where they doing a lot of different TikToks. And shoot, the grandmama don't look no older than me. So I'm just trying to figure out when all this happened.
Yeah.
And the grandmama was twerking harder than the granddaughter. I'm just like, what is going on? I missed it. Am I stuck in a 1950 era or what?
but
I
not
think I
only
have seen something like that. The older women up there doing. I'm sitting up there like, seriously, grandma, like that's not the grandma I'm used to.
Yeah, like come on, my dukes, like this ain't what we doing. This ain't what we doing.
But
Like,
then
really?
I'm sitting up there like, but she is actually twerking. Like she can look kind of good doing it.
Yeah,
So, okay,
and I'm
grandma.
like, shoot, I'm what? I can't even twerk.
You know, these popping and stuff.
but not just even just the twerking, even the mentality, because even look how you don't see age appropriateness when it comes to even dress. It used to be, only the younger culture dress like this. It's all the way across the board now. Like it doesn't even matter anymore. And this is the first time I've ever really seen the younger culture just influence all the cultures. I mean, when I say cultures, I mean like the ages.
Age,
I mean like generations, all the generations.
Because they came out. Who came out with it? Like the 50s, the new 40s, and the 30s, the new 20s. So that's the type of mentality that you have.
I'm thinking about the plastic surgery, tummy tucks and all this and butt lifts, and so grandma can get tuned up and she looking fine.
Yeah, and then the young guys are trying to holler at her now. So
getting her little groove back.
Yeah, it's a difference. Stella like, hey, we finna make this
whole
thing
movie
happen.
about it. Stella got a groove back.
Yeah.
Do y'all think them?
And then I understand too, as I'm getting older, I'm not trying to dress like I'll be 50 in 5 years. I'm not trying to dress looking like somebody grandmama. I want to dress along with the trends, like age appropriate, but I want to dress along with the trends as well. So
you need to be showing all your skin.
I didn't say I don't show all my skin now. Thank you very much.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what's happening though. It's like clothes are starting to come off more and more, and there's a lot less to be left to the imagination. And like I said, like you can be 50 years old, and you can have a nice body, and you can get you a 30-year-old dude. But do you really think that 30-year-old dude really trying to lock you down like that? Like that's not where his priority going to be when it comes to his choices and selections to women.
It depends on the guy. Some guys really do like older women.
I can go pick 2 out of 10. I can pick 2 out of 10, maybe 3.
I mean, I don't know the statistics or the percentages.
I do.
But I do know there are men that will lock down a woman that's older. And vice versa, because I know some people my age that's married to some people that's in their 60s.
Oh,
so
what's the celebrity? Cher got
yeah, she got what, a 20-some-year-old?
However,
30?
She don't have no choice. She don't have no choice but to date down. She's 70. But she gonna go
But
get
I mean,
somebody
come
not
on now,
80?
70-year-old with that young.
Really?
I know, like she
Really?
did that though.
Yeah, the
No,
point is she locked them down, and then
Mhm.
look at my girl Tammy Roman. It's a age gap between her and her husband, and
Oh, is it?
she can't even have kids, and he don't have any kids, and it was a big thing with her, but he still wanted to be with her. He
Mm,
still wanted to marry her.
okay.
So I'm
listen,
just like, yay.
for every one or two of those, it's about 3 or 4 or 5 of those that ain't trying to do that.
Just because you ain't trying to do it, Woden, that don't mean nobody else trying to do it.
And if you 30 and you don't have no kid, you're not trying to get with no 50-year-old woman if you're trying to have a kid. You're gonna try to find you someone in your 20s, maybe even in the early 30s. You could do that. You might could do
Yeah.
that, but
That's if
that's
you
not
want a
general.
kid. That's if you want a kid. But
And
if you
even in
don't want one,
mentality, though, well, like I just said, mentalities are starting to change now because now the grandmas got the mentality of they outside, they in the streets, and all that other stuff. So,
yeah, they outside.
but is that a good thing though? Because being a modern woman is not really that positive when it comes to uh like relationships. When it comes to
Yeah.
relationships, is not
Yeah.
because we can look at the dynamics of relationships now. Divorce is at an all-time high. Um, black men and black
People don't
women,
even want to get married anymore. And then some people
exactly.
get married just because for the sake of saying I'm getting married and then be divorced within 1 or 2 years.
Yeah,
Or the folks that be in the relationships for 20 years and get married and they divorced in a year. I'm like,
Right,
what is that about?
right.
yeah. We
And
was
then
trying to.
they wanna go on, don't ever get married spree. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Well,
you
then
one
gotta
thing
keep
people
it
I've
and
heard one
moving.
time.
people don't want to work things out anymore. People
Yeah,
just
they
like
don't.
they give up so easily. You
Hmm.
piss me off and deuces.
Now,
Well,
don't you think
Like I ain't
social
got to put
media
up
has
with
something to
you.
do with this, with the man,
social
with the
media got dang
relationships?
near
Yeah.
everything to do with this
Yeah,
because
social media got everything, every single
Hmm.
solitary thing to do with it. I
yeah,
definitely believe that.
Yeah.
Because if it weren't for social media, you wouldn't even have access to as many people as you have
No.
access to.
And then I've heard of some stories where I guess it's the more of the celebrity type of couples or whatnot on there, and you
Mhm.
find out it was abuse going on and everything. So you can't even take that
Yeah,
worth nothing what you're seeing online, but folks do talking about
yeah,
relationship goals and all that, and
yeah. And
you
then
never know what folks do.
reality TV has a lot to do with it too. Because they
Yeah.
looking at these people on Real Housewives, and then they trying to be a Real Housewife or Love and Hip Hop. You trying to be Love and Hip Hop, Erica Mena or somebody like, nah, this
Mm-mm.
not your life.
Mm-mm.
And then those people don't even be living like that for real.
No, 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 no,
and
no.
that's probably the most hurtful part out of all of it is you have people aspiring to live a life that you don't even actually live.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that sounds like that's really dangerous, right? But
right.
Yeah.
and I can see how social media can perpetuate that, and then the younger generation think that that's supposed to be the norm, and then
Yeah.
so the parent needs to come in and say something about that, or how do you curb that? Because I don't see that slowing down, especially with more and more shows coming on and more examples of what we what is not really real. Reality TV isn't really real.
No, but I
But these
think
parents they're not parenting. That's the thing. They're being their children's friend, or either, you know, they're afraid to parent like, that they would back in the day. Because, like, it's so much different red tape to it. Like, you can't hit
girl,
your
these
children.
kids are
You
just
can't be
different.
punishing your kids. You can't this. They just, oh, they dealing with this and oh, they dealing with that. Like, you got to man up. Man, you get knocked out at my house, and then you better get up and get your life together and go and do what she said do.
When you said this,
Ain't no coming home from school crying, talking about somebody did this or somebody said this, because you better handle that, or I handle you.
Mm.
And so we handled it, so she wouldn't handle us. Cause
and
baby, in it didn't
when you
play.
say these kids are different, do you think that these kids are different now because women are becoming more and more modern and want to work and they're not prioritizing family in the home like other generations?
Well, okay. So yes and no is that, but also just we have more single parent homes, but I think we are getting to two parent homes again. But you have to work a lot, even in a two parent home. Each parent needs to have a job and a side hustle. So therefore, yeah, they're not home really to parent the kid, and just the community, the family unit is different. Whereas before, you had grandma you can drop the kids off to or watch, or even the neighbors are watching out for you. You just don't have that sense of community anymore. So the kids are left to their own devices or whatnot. Then they online playing games and everything. So yeah, the parents are out of the home a lot because they have to work. So I'm gonna put it on work. I'm not gonna put it on them out there running the streets and just all that. But that aspect of it, they do have to work a lot. So yeah, these kids are raising themselves, and then you have the internet, so they're able to see everything where we didn't have access to that. So it's just different. That's how I look at it.
But not only that, like I say, they're not parenting them like we was parented when we were growing up. I don't think it even have anything to do with single, because I grew up in a single family home. I don't even think it have anything to do with it. I just think it has everything to do with how you parenting your kids. If you're trying to be friends with them, then that's gonna be an issue. If you're trying to be them, that's gonna be an issue. I mean, it's cool to do TikToks with with your
Yeah,
kids
yeah,
or whatever, but when you twerking harder than them, I mean, I think
yeah.
that's a
You
little
got that
problem.
too. Yeah, yeah. But I'm thinking of
So
the
I think
ones
it's a
that are.
combination of both.
Yeah, combination. Yeah, because I'm like the ones that are doing, but the kids still turn out however they gonna turn out. Good, bad, or
Mhm.
whatever, and the parent is involved. So you could teach them all. Because I mean, look, all of us been that age, and so
Mhm.
our parents were on us, taught us, but we still tried to do and
Yeah, we
do.
still did what we wanted to do.
So
But we
you,
was respectful with it too. These
we
kids ain't
is.
respectful with it. At least we used to sneak. These kids ain't trying to sneak. It just is what it is. I'm going on man house and I'll be back Sunday. Like, hold up, what?
I, I know. So. You're right. You're right.
Like, you want to smoke a blunt before I leave?
Right. Like,
Mm.
man. Mm-mm. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
another thing too, saying something about what you're saying, a sense of community. Like, even if they have a sense of community, can't nobody say nothing to your kids anymore. Like it used to be like whoever see your kid out of line, they could say something to them.
Yeah, you're right.
Nowadays, it's like, don't you say nothing to my child, period.
Hmm. Oh, I know. So, yeah. You're right. You're right. It's a shame. It is a shame. And a lot of times these kids want the discipline. They want to
Yeah.
have that structure
They
and
have more
everything. But
respect for the person that do.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So with this whole modern thing, so is modern being a modern woman, is that the goal? Like what is that the goal for women, to be able to just be independent, to be free of maybe even a family? Because it's always being said like, all right, women are supposed to take care of the home. That's a traditional value. Now, like being a modern woman is, I don't might not want to do them. What they say, FTK, forget them kids. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's the whole thing
To
now.
put it nicely.
Yeah,
To put it
yeah.
nicely.
I even know. I know even people with kids to be like, FTK. I need some me time, and it be legit for a legit reason too. It's not just like totally like that. It's just
Yeah.
funny like that. But at
Yeah,
the same
yeah.
time, that maybe women don't want to have a family. They don't want to prioritize family. And me being traditional, I have a hard time understanding why, as a woman, you would want to give up. I understand you do gotta work. You do gotta work because it's just so much. It's just required now. But now,
Yeah.
now when times is like, okay, women, you want to work. Working ain't all what it's cracked up to be like that.
Hello,
Like
somebody.
I would rather somebody
Somebody.
stay home. I would rather
The
stay
one
home
thing about it, you
and
you
take
let
care
out
of the
you let
family
somebody
too.
say, Kirsten, you don't have to work. I got you, and show me that they got me.
Yeah.
Here go my 2-week notice. Peace.
Success and-
And so
I've been
I
working
don't
since I was 14. Your sister is tired.
have women ever really thought about what they were asking for when they said they wanted to work like men? Because the only thing that really helped was
I ain't say that.
the government able to tax you as a woman, as another individual, as another income. Then it also brought division in households, because now the person who makes the most money is the leader of the household, when it didn't used to be like that. I remember in good times, James used to lose his job all the time, but wasn't nobody about to go tell him how to run the family. You know what I'm saying? That was the core.
That's James.
That's TV. That was TV, baby.
Yeah.
No, but it was fathers like that. It was fathers like
back
that
in the
during
day.
that time.
But
Yeah, back
hey,
in the
back
day,
then
but things
you could,
changed. Because
yeah,
I
you
can
could
remember
afford to do
like
that.
talking to my uncle and my aunts saying that how my dad's mom, she wanted to work, but my granddaddy didn't want her to work, so she ain't work. Like he didn't play that. Like he was serious. He did not want her to work.
But I think
And
that
he
was an
forbade
option
her to get a
then.
job.
Yeah, because the income. I mean, you could live off of a one-person income during those times. You cannot even think of doing that now. Not for real.
But you know why though? Is because now if you have a woman that's working and a man that's working, they can inflate everything now. As long as society was based on a one income, take care of the household, then things were lower. But now they taking advantage of the fact that they have women out here working. They can tax y'all. They can give you whatever breaks they can, but they can tax, and they can also just generate more money overall. But then that takes both parents out of the home, and like you said, that leaves the internet to raise your kid. I know a lot of kids being raised on YouTube and their tablet and the video game, and they spend umpteen hours a day doing that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that does raise your kid after a while. So have women, like, was it a good thing to go forward with feminism being like, we want to work just like men? Because like I said, like, only thing it do is just wear you down physically.
Well,
I wasn't a part of that conversation, because had I been,
it's like no. But I don't think it was.
But I do understand that people want to be able to work or whatever, or they have aspirations and goals other than being in their husband's quote unquote shadow. But I mean, that's not me. Hello, anybody listening?
Right. And I agree that, you do, like, you might want to be a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? Like, all that kind of stuff. And you might want to be anything. So, so it kind of was a good thing and a bad thing. But as far as when time goes on, as time progresses, things move forward. And I do agree that women are supposed to work. It's not like I'm archaic and think you should be some slave at the house and then, because even the word tells a woman to be, like active in her community and earning money and things like that. So it's not a fact of like
where you seeing that at?
That's in Proverbs. You want me to find that? You want me to find?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think it might be in Proverbs 31 actually.
You didn't tell us where it says for us to work.
It says let me go find it. It says when she's at home, she's supposed to make things and earn money that way. She can go to the market and make money that way. It was just saying that like a little side hustle to supplement the income, to show her worthiness to her community and her family. So that's what that's about. So I'm not saying that a woman
can you pull that word up?
Work. Let me find
where is that again?
Y'all go ahead.
I know how to read my Bible.
Go ahead. Since they trying.
I know how to read my Bible several times. But it's almost time for us to transition.
So you saying the Bible saying that the women need to have a side hustle?
Yeah.
Let me hook y'all up.
Yes. Because I think that's probably your interpretation of it.
let me hook y'all up.
Because let me get my pastor. Let me get my pastor on the line.
Let me hook y'all.
Let me get my pastor on the line. Hold up.
Y'all gonna stop questioning me. Y'all gonna start questioning me in a minute.
I will.
No, but I'd rather you do though, because there's a lot of people that don't think. Okay, hold on. So wait a minute. So you guys can, if you want to, give me like about a couple minutes, but you could transition to the.
Let's go on to the next question.
Let me find
Okay. Our next question. It's been an open discussion on Facebook, and I thought it was interesting, so I decided to use it. Is $50 enough money to take someone on a date? And if so, give us your ideas. Yes or no? If it's the question is, I mean, the answer is yes.
$50.
50.
Yeah.
Like
I wish I could
now,
see your.
today in
I wish I could see
2023.
your face right now.
Yeah.
She looked like she had the stink. She sounded like she had the stink face.
I'll go first and let you
Go
think
ahead.
about it, Melissa. I do
Like, I mean,
believe
like for now, right
I
now?
do believe $50 is enough to take somebody on a date, but you ain't gonna go far and you ain't gonna do much.
No.
Cause
What?
So what's
even
it?
a
Well,
combo
okay.
at McDonald's nowadays is $10.
Mm.
So you're
So
not gonna
what's
be able to do much,
considered a
but you
good
got to
date
be
for
like
you?
really creative with it. So, but I mean, I just feel like too, if the only thing you have is $50, you might want to reschedule,
Mm-hmm.
take a rain check.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I mean, it's a lot of stuff you can do. That's go on to the park and do a picnic, or
really?
I don't know.
You do.
I mean, I don't know.
Because you gotta buy the food. $50.
$50? Yeah, wait.
$50,
And the
you can make a sandwich and some chips for $50 and go to the park and do a picnic, Melissa.
She don't like no. When was the last time a woman been on a picnic date?
I don't
When was
know. I
that?
don't go on picnics, but I'm just saying for the picnickers, they can go.
a sandwich. I mean, okay, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can be creative. You can buy the food and have dinner at your house, and get some little flowers or something.
$50. I mean, that ain't.
I mean, it's not a
I'm
lot,
just
but I'm
saying.
just
I'm
saying
thinking of buying groceries or something.
you can be
That ain't
creative.
much.
No, you ain't gonna buy no groceries now.
I'm talking about a dinner. I mean, you may go to the store. I mean, 50. That
I
ain't doing
mean,
that
you might
much
already
nowadays.
have some food at the house.
Oh, who? Him? Okay. No, the
Him,
kitchen
not
don't
me.
get. Oh,
I
I'm
ain't finna
saying the
cook no
kitchen ain't
food.
opening up like that now.
No, I'm just talking about him. I'm just saying it can. I think it's doable. I say that.
It's very doable.
Creative minds.
I thought the purpose of the date was to spend time, not money.
It
You
is, but in
right.
order to spend time, you got to spend
Yes.
money.
No, you don't.
Huh?
You ain't got a time.
Man, I walk out the door every day. I walk out the door and I come back and spend money, and I'm going to work.
I don't
It don't
walk out the
cost you
door and be spending
$50 just
money.
to go to work.
Shoot,
It don't cost you $50
close
to go
to
to
it.
work and go to
Close to it. By the time I finish
and to eat
buying
lunch.
snacks and stuff, and then lunch and breakfast,
Oh my goodness,
because I eat all day.
this is
at
terrible.
work. I
And
sit
this
at the desk, and I'm
this is
gonna have
why
chips. I'm gonna have my gummies. I'm gonna have my drinks and my juices. Then that's breakfast. I got to eat breakfast. That's like $5-6. Then the snack machine like $5-6. Then my lunch might be 10 or 12.
wow. So let's say a guy. Let's say you want to go to what do you guys like? Burger King? What?
Burger King.
Hold on.
What?
Wait.
What are you talking about? Like for?
Don't act like you ain't never ate there before. That's what.
I ain't acting like I ain't never ate that before, but I really don't eat there.
Hold on.
If
Okay,
I go to fast food, it's probably gonna be like Popeyes.
that's what I'm asking. That's what my question was. But y'all jumped on me. So hold on.
Don't Burger King me.
I love Burger King. Like that's what you started off with, Burger King,
Right.
really?
Hold on. I'm just giving
you
you
can
an
even just go
example.
with little ghetto Red Lobster. Or
Wait,
something.
wait, I
Well,
didn't-
he could have said Foosackles or Zaxby's or something.
Wait.
Talks for Burger
Y'all,
King.
but as soon as I got one word out my mouth, y'all jumped on me because my next word was Foosackles because of what I was saying was
really.
you gotta understand me
Now
being
it's Foosackles
No,
since I
now
said
it's
it. Now your
Foosackles.
next words was Foosackles.
I
No,
guess Zaxby's was gonna be next, right?
No, I
Zaxby's.
promise you because I always use Foosackles whenever I'm using a reference to Alabama because that's where I go eat at when I come there. I was gonna say Hart's Third, but the thing about it was all I was trying to do. all I was doing was trying to set the tone of what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is, let's say, for example, that you guys went to Hearts or whatever, and you spent $20 on chicken or whatever between y'all.
You're gonna spend a little more than that because the combo now is like $10.
So how much is? Well, how many combos you need? 3?
I mean, that's just 2 pieces of chicken. I can eat a 5 piece.
Okay, so let's say you spend $30 at Hearts.
Okay.
Yeah, see that don't even make sense. Like spending $30 on chicken, on 4 pieces of chicken, and some weak fries and an extra big drink.
Be fries. These tater tots hot out the grease. Have you tried?
The only thing good about them is that roll they had.
Everything about it.
You being disrespectful. You being disrespectful.
Like,
I'm talking about
use another restaurant or something, but don't do Hearts like that.
You being disrespectful.
I'm thinking about Fusakli's. I was thinking about Fusakli's with their crinkle fries and they roll. But
they don't have a roll, they have toast. And that toast be
the
on
Texas
point.
Toast is good. You're right. I'm sorry. You try to come for me today. But anyway,
man, you coming for food that I love. That's near and dear to me. Like, don't do that.
Spending $30 at a fast food place is really too much. But okay, cool. Let's just say you spend $30 at the fast food place, and you spend another $10 at the. Y'all got Baskin Robbins down there. What ice cream place y'all got down?
Cold Stone.
Cold Stone. Yeah, we got Cold Stone too. We like Cold Stone. Let's say you spend $20 at Cold Stone. All right. And you go walk downtown at the pier.
That means we can't do nothing else because we done ate up all the food.
The question is, you can't have a suitable date within that.
We done ate up all the money, so what we done do? Walk it off?
Oh my goodness.
Well, you're right.
I mean, my thing is, you got to know the individual. I am not an outdoors person, so a picnic that's not gonna be for me. Walking downtown, how far? And what's the temperature? Because I doubt if I do that either. But I am saying that $50 is doable for a date. Okay. I mean, we can go to Applebee's and get the 2 for $20.
But you was spend $30 at Hearts.
Yeah, have you tried that chicken, crispy?
Hey,
fresh out the grease.
y'all make sure y'all like and subscribe to this channel and stick to the end of the video because I got this scripture that I was telling y'all about, but we're gonna keep it going because I'm gonna chop it up and put it where it goes once we get to the end.
Y'all hit that notification bell so y'all can know when I'm going live or dropping a new video.
What version of the Bible do you read? The NIV, the
New King James Version,
the New King,
or the King James Version?
The who or the King James Version?
Or the King James Version.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Or you just say it from the Message Bible. I don't care what Bible you say it from. What version?
Okay,
I just want to know. But anyway, anybody have any last thoughts on the $50 date?
Oh no, I say you can definitely do a date with $50, but now that I see that how much money a dude spends on a date matters, that's why men aren't taking women on dates. Because
it's not about the amount of money; it's the fact that we living in 2023, inflation. $50 is not gonna be enough.
Yes.
Even if we going to Applebee's somewhere, like you got a tax, you got a tip. And you got a tip.
So why don't you split
you got a tip?
So modern woman. See, this is what I'm saying. Modern and
I already see where you're going with that.
See, that's why I say that's why I be saying the definition that I said about modern women, because this what you finna come out your mouth with. Come on and say it.
I know,
let it out.
Come on.
Let it out.
Come on, say what? Come on, say what?
What you about to say?
I'm about to say, if you put $50 with my $50, then we got $100, right? So is $100 enough for a date?
That is not a date. That's two friends going to
wait a minute.
Enjoying some time.
Wait a minute.
It's not a date.
Wait a minute. It gotta be a date if he pay for it. That's the only way.
Yeah, that's a date. If you ask me out, I'm expecting you to pay for it. Ain't nobody saying nothing about going Dutch. I go out with Melissa, and me and her Melissa might say I got it, or I might say I got it. So you know, if I'm going out with a dude, he better have it.
And as far as my understanding, whoever
modern
asks,
woman
that's
at?
who it goes on. Now, even if the woman asks, I would say that even if the woman's like, hey, let's go out,
Let's
then
go
I would
out to
expect,
eat.
she would
Yeah.
pay for it or whatnot. But if the guy is asking,
She paid
that
for
would
the
be
whole day.
anybody.
She paid for the whole day. The whole day.
Yeah, she asking you out.
Women ain't doing that.
Yeah,
Not
they
majority.
are. Yes, they
Not
are.
not
They
Yes,
not
are.
they
not
are. Some
not
women are.
majority.
Mhm.
Not
Some women
majority of
are.
them. Not majority of them. Not most of them.
I'm
And it
sick
ain't
of you.
Some.
I'm sick of you.
68.2%
I knew
or
he was
less.
gonna put that percentage in there that he done pulled
Or
out of
less.
hat.
I ain't pulled that out of a hat.
I'm sick
All
of
these
it.
educated people, if y'all women went to college, y'all the most
Oh,
educated.
wait a minute. Now you coming for my degrees?
Wait. Y'all supposed to know because I know you got to take a statistics class to get a 4-year degree. I know
Yeah,
that
but
to
my
be a fact.
statistics class is not about 68.3 or 2% or whatever of no relationship or no women or nothing like that. That's not what we talk about in class. So they don't have anything to do with your degree or your education level.
It does. That means you didn't
No,
pay
it does
attention to
not.
that statistics class.
Now
Because
you
you would
coming
know what
for me when I ain't sent for
68.2
you
is.
now. You coming when we ain't sent for you now. You been coming
Man,
for me all
fellas.
day. I told you I don't know what you got up and ate. A bowl of Wheaties or something? A bowl of courage or something? Coming in.
He's smelling
I
himself, ain't it?
He
wasn't
doing
coming for you
something. I
today.
don't know, Mr. Producer.
I ain't coming for you today. I don't never come.
I mean, you done came. You done came. Talking about you ain't coming. You done came for me.
Nah. So this is why guys don't like to pay for dates because they expect
Because they don't have no money, bro.
they expected to pay $100
bro.
a date.
No,
And if
$100 a day. Okay. Let's do this. Long as it's not the dollar amount, it is about the effort. So
how? I just told you. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done with that sentence.
How is it about the effort when I just had a scenario and then he was like, we done ate up all the money. Like,
I thought about it. So yes, it is about an effort, but then it's about that person and everything. It's a lot of factors that go into this. It's not just about $50. It's a lot of things that go into it. Do you really like the person? Is it just for a meal? Or do you want to have some, like who is this person? So, and your expectations.
Yeah. And some people just go out with people for a meal. Like, I don't like you like that. I'm not finna go out with you and spend 2 hours of my time that I can't get back out of my life because I want a meal. I could pay for my own meal. I don't need
I'm
a free
thinking
meal.
You got some folks do that though.
But it's some people that do that. But I mean, and then you don't always have to go out to eat. Like, I like laser tag. Like, we can go do laser tag. I want to go to the gun range. We could do that.
Are you ready to get it?
I don't know nobody won't take me, but I want to go. I'm not gonna shoot anybody.
Look,
you don't need no gun. That's why.
Say what?
Because you don't need no gun. That's why.
That's what people keep telling me. People been telling me that all my life. I've been wanting one forever, and I want one, and I'm gonna get one. And somebody's gonna take me to the gun range. I don't know who, but hey, if y'all out there and y'all want to take me, let me know.
That's a good date. I think that's a good date. Place to do is go to the gun range.
Yeah, that's a nice date. Okay, let's go on to the next question. Okay, in a marriage, keyword marriage, can a woman be independent and still be submissive? I say yes. You say what you say, Melissa?
I say yes.
Okay. Your boy black. Whoa. What you say?
He trying to steal
I'm
from
saying, how do you define independent?
This man still trying to find that scripture, y'all.
That's what
No, I'm not. I already know what it is.
Look at him. No, I'm not. What are you talking about? But
yeah, you can be independent and submissive. Because is that person worth submitting to though? Can he lead? That'll be the thing.
Question.
Not submitting just because, but can he
lead? Preach.
That
what?
Preach.
What is it?
That's
wanna-
the question. Is
Yeah, I
he
want to
worth?
hear. I want to hear
Is
what
he
you
worth
say.
submitting to? That's the
Yeah, he got to be
thing.
able to
that
lead.
the
Can you
Bible
lead?
definitely don't say that, but whatever.
Can you
What?
lead?
Wait a minute. The Bible don't say what? Kirsten, get him.
What?
The Bible don't say. So let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Oh, you say Kirsten, get him.
Because she know the Bible better than me. Go on and get him, girl. Go on and get him.
So let
Don't
me
say
ask you
that.
this question. Let me ask you this question, and don't sit there and say, "Oh,
Don't tell nobody what to say. Just
no,
ask the question.
no, don't try to change
Ask the
my
question,
question.
Fluker.
No, don't try to change my question because my question is a direct question. The question is this: if a man, let's say you're married to a man, and he is
Now let's say I'm going to be married to a man. It ain't no other way.
hypothetically, you married to a guy, and I know that.
Hypothetically, no, I only date men. So just say that you're hypothetically married. How about that?
Okay, you're hypothetically married.
Okay.
Okay, and he is not a believer of God. Well, I won't say he's atheist. I'm just saying he's like not a believer like you are, which the Bible addresses. Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
That means that you're not equally yoked.
Right. But it's addressed that they were married couples that were believers and non-believers together, right?
Who?
And it was a man that would, let's say, if the man was a non-believer and the wife is a believer, is she supposed to submit to her husband?
Yeah.
So when you make a comment like, if he leads appropriately, what does appropriately mean? Because that guy is a non-believer. He's not leading appropriately because he's not connected to God like you are, right? That's not to say that he, can't be a leader, but what I'm saying is he's not under the covenant of God. So if God tells you, hey, still submit to your husband, even if he isn't following me, that you will be an example to him what submission looks like, then where does that, if he leads correctly, come in at?
It come in at where we said come in at. You got to, and I'm just saying that's the idea. If women aren't submitting, it's because the man is not leading them correctly. So if a man is doing something the opposite of how they feel, they're not gonna submit to him. Now, okay, I understand what the Bible says, and that's what we're supposed to go by, but I'm just telling you reality what is being said and done.
Okay, I'm glad.
Hypothetically, because I'm not married. So
I'm glad you're saying that. I'm glad. Right, because nowhere does it say in the Bible that, oh, you submit to your man if he leads correctly or if he leads according to how I feel.
We're not talking about the Bible. We're just talking about in general.
So how do you talk about when you're saying in general, like
a man that's gonna lead? Is he gonna have you living in a house, or he gonna have you living in the street? Is he gonna have you?
What if it's God's will to have you living in an apartment and not a house, and you want a house?
Oh,
she didn't say nothing about no apartment. She said on the street.
Yeah, but let's not go that extreme because
let's go that extreme. Come on, a roof over your head.
No, the reason why I'm saying let's not go that extreme because everything is not either. You're gonna either have this successful life or you're gonna be on the street. There's a lot of in between.
How about that?
There's a lot of in between, and most of those relationships are the in between. We're not talking about. Of course, you don't want to live with somebody that's gonna have you homeless. I mean, like that's a no-brainer. Let's talk about a person who's making average money. Like let's say he makes $40,000 a year and you make $60,000-$70,000 a year.
But why are we making it about money? Because to me, money don't have anything to do with whether or not
it's about what you do with the money.
Wait a minute, we're making it about money because you just said homeless. Like that means that person is not getting any money. That means they're desolate. Like they're not.
I was saying as far as with leading, and that you taking it literally, but what I'm saying is someone that's leading you wrong meaning that you're not gaining anything. You can't even take care of your basic necessities, but you're wanting to
He's
follow
making
this
bad
person.
decisions.
Yes, and you're want
Bad
me to submit and
decisions.
follow that person. No, they're not able to lead because they cannot provide. How about that? They can't provide.
So if a man does something that you feel that you should do something different, that's not leading. No, I'm asking because I'm trying to understand. Because you said, okay, if he's making bad decisions. When you say bad decisions in what way? Like, let's be.
I thought I explained that, meaning that you can't making bad decisions where you or him as a couple or whatnot can't even provide for yourselves. He's making that you're following a person that can't even make how to manage the money or whatnot, but you're gonna follow that person. Or either you're following that person and they can't even take the suggestions that you may have because you may have a good idea to get something done or whatnot. So it's not about money. It's about who can make good decisions. And if you're going to follow somebody. So, okay, in a business, are you going to want to stay at a company where this company is filing for bankruptcy and can't even, you're going to stay there because you're loyal to this company? No, you're going to go where you can get paid. So in a relationship, you're going to submit to someone that can lead you, that can help provide for you and things like that.
Okay, let's get off the ground floor of bankruptcy. Okay, of course we don't want to follow with someone that's going to lead you to a bankruptcy. Let's talk about
the average. Not know that. You may not know that in the beginning.
You're looking at his.
I'm conceding what you're saying is accurate when we're talking about if a person is going to lead you to bankruptcy or into a literal ditch or into a financial ditch or into an emotional ditch or into a physical ditch. Like when we talking that, I totally wholeheartedly agree with that, right?
Okay, I don't know what other way we can
talk
about
wait a minute,
it.
So wait a minute. Question. What is your definition?
Yeah, I'm like, what is you talking about?
Before we even go, all I'm saying is this. All scenarios aren't either you're successful or you're in a ditch. There's a lot of people in the middle that are just simply just living day to day, check to check, like everybody else. Like there's a lot of people that's like that. Mm-hmm. So when those type of people get together, then there has to be some kind of meeting of the minds, right? So how do you have a meeting of the minds of who was to submit to who in that situation? I'm not talking about a man leading you into bankruptcy. I'm just saying a lot of times where the issue is coming in today with the modern woman is the woman is making more money than the man. So if the woman is making more money than the man, and I was using the numbers, 50,000 for the man, 70,000 for the woman. I'm just using that as a marker. And so now the man is no longer the leader in the household no more because he makes less money than the man.
But who says he's not the leader? But who's saying that he's not still the leader?
Does not make the leader.
But I'm asking, wait a minute, who's saying that he's not the leader because he's making less?
Yeah.
Y'all never heard that before? Y'all like I just made that up or something? You ain't never heard that.
I mean,
before.
I've heard.
I heard it from you, but I've never just really heard it.
Well, let me let y'all know. Let me let y'all know that there are, when I say a lot or many men, I mean in like half the men are going through this. If you're making less money than your woman, they're having a power struggle in the household. Like you guys might not be aware of that, but
are they making it an issue because of their ego, or is that woman making it an issue because she's making more
because of her ego?
I think it's the man's ego.
How would you know if you ain't never heard? You were saying this is
a
new.
No, I said I did hear it. I didn't say I didn't. I
did. This is new. This is I know personally several men.
It's new for me because I've never heard that. Like I heard you talking about it. That's where I got it from.
I know several men.
But I mean, I don't date women, so I don't know.
I know several men that's in that situation. I've seen several men that I don't even know talk about being in that situation. See,
but again, is it he's making it an issue or is she making it an issue? Because it sounds like you're just hearing one side of the story.
No,
from the man.
No. That's why I said I personally seen it, and I'm also reading, seeing, hearing, observing other men going through it. And in the situations in which
Based
I've
off the people
observed,
you know, because you ain't did no study.
I absolutely have. This is not.
What?
This is not. This is not. This is not. This is not. This is not calculus. Like this is not calculus. Men are going through this like
This is
all
I'm
the
not
not
time.
saying
freestyle
I'm not
either.
saying that they're not, but you making it seem like that's like automatic.
All
The
the
woman
all
is
the
making
men in the
more than
world or
the
something.
I never
Yeah.
said that. I never said that, and I'm not making it seem like anything. What I
You
am
are
Yes, you
saying,
making it
are.
seem
Yes,
what,
you
like
are.
what
that.
I'm
That's
saying,
You
what I'm
exactly
better
what you're
pipe
saying
saying.
is,
down.
I'm
what
like
I'm
that is
saying
exactly
is,
what it making it seem like.
what
Like
I'm saying
what
is,
is what's
men
his
are
number,
going.
Kirsten? 60-40? What did he say? 68-90? What is it?
68.3% or
Some,
2%.
68.2, and but what I'm saying to you is that men are going through it because when I brought it up, the first knee-jerk reaction was, "Are you sure it's not their ego?" And okay, I'm just saying, look,
Because we have seen that where the man have a
An
be
ego problem.
insecure
Yes.
about it.
yeah, that happens. It happens a lot. And what I'm saying is, as true as that is, there's also another section and group of men that are going through this. And with that being said, let's discuss that in particular without blaming it on something else, because what's happening is men are being overlooked. And when women say they want men to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally available, and emotionally all these things, that's the part of it. And what I'm saying is it hurts men because now they feel like they can't express themselves, and that's why they simply don't. And that's a big problem in relationships, that communication is important. And
Yeah, I
when
Yes,
you
guess
got,
communication is
we
important.
need a little bit more of
So what?
oh yeah, that's what we
understanding.
need. That's what we need. Understanding, right?
Yeah,
So with
exactly.
so with the understanding, because I'm looking at, I don't like to use my own circles to kind of like gauge what society is doing, because a lot of times things that can be happening in society that I'm not involved with.
But
But
aren't
when,
you using your own circle now?
but like I was about to say, but when I can look at a scenario and I
Woody.
can look at the scenario,
Woody.
when I can look at the scenario, when I know both people are involved, when I know all parties are involved, and I know how it played out, then I can also make a, I can look at it and see how it correlates, or see the relevance of it, or
No,
even
you
if
making an assumption.
it's not an assumption. It's not an assumption. But okay, that's fine. Like I said, whenever
That's not fine because you know what they say about people who assume.
no, that's fine. You can say that is an assumption, and I know that is not an assumption. But there's no way for me to be like,
You need to
well,
try to do a poll because I want to know. Because you saying the majority of men going through this. Because I, as a woman, can't see just because I make more, I won't submit. It's not going to be a power struggle because I love manly men and I want my man to be a man and to be the man of my house. I don't want to.
that's
I've been
easy
the
work.
head of my household for some years now, and I'm tired.
That's easy work. What's the main reason? What's the main reason
The
why?
ring gets slid on his little finger.
What's the main reason? What's the main reason why couples divorce? What's the top one? What's the top two reasons why?
Finance.
Finances, and lack of
Finances, right?
communication. Yeah.
Finances, right? Now,
Right.
who is the person that files for divorce more?
I don't know.
Men or women?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I think women,
Women by like 70 to 80%.
because they be tired of dealing with these mean child.
They be
children.
sick of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
So let's take the finances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Finances being either the number one or number two reason
You know
why.
why? Yeah, because that woman's getting a divorce because that man could not lead. He could not handle the finances. So she was like, I can do bad by myself and let me go. That's why.
Is that all of them, or is that what?
Let's use your
68.2%.
Right. So most of the time, it's because men are financially irresponsible, right? That's safe to say.
Yeah, I think that's safe to say. Yes.
Okay, so that's why I'm saying men are going through this, that when a woman is making more money than him, or
What? Wait a minute. What does that have to do with if the man or the woman is making more money?
let me get the whole thought out, and
I see where this is
let me
going.
get the let
See,
me
you
get the
keep
whole
trying
let me
to
get
put
the
it
whole
on us
thought.
here. So you hear this?
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to.
Let him
Okay,
get his
go
little
ahead.
thought out. Let him get
Okay,
his
go
little
ahead.
thought
Get it
out
on
so we
out.
can.
Get it on out. I know. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, anytime that if a man doesn't have the ability to pay for the full bill, it's an issue. It's an issue
It's an
because
issue
if
when
if a
y'all want
man
to go
can't,
50
if a
50.
if
That's
a
the
man
issue.
He
if
don't
a man
want this.
no, I backed off of what y'all have a problem with, and I'm starting where you guys are saying. Let's say if a man makes, it doesn't matter if she makes more money or not, whatever. Let's just say that he doesn't have enough money to take care of him and her and what comes with her, right?
But what he married for? Get your life together before you try to marry somebody.
Right, and that's why men are deciding not to marry women with families already, because it takes two to even raise to have a family. But men
You
are
make it seem like
expected.
you're
But
saying
men
you're
are
making it.
expected. Men are expected to fit that bill, right? And if they're not considered leaders because they
I
can't.
don't think it have
You
anything to
just
do with
said
that.
that. You
No,
just
I did
said
not.
that.
I think can we
You said
roll
you
this
said
back
the
or
reason.
something?
You said
'Cause
the
I don't
reason
think I
why.
did
You
say
said the
that.
reason why women are divorcing these men are because they don't have the money and they're not leaders. That's what you said.
I was being sarcastic. I was
Okay.
saying that the fact that more women are divorcing and finances are the reason, most likely because we're going off of what you're saying, if the man is leading and all that, so let's just say he is and he's not equipped, then they're like, no, let me go and do bad by myself because he's bad with the finances. But I was being
Right.
sarcastic when
Right,
I
right.
said
But
that.
as funny as that is, or sarcastic as that is, what I'm saying is many
Look at him
men.
trying to get all serious.
No. Many men are experiencing that very thing, though. Like,
Okay, and then many women are too. Many women are dealing with men
we're
who
not.
cannot lead or bad with finances. We're not gonna do what? We're not gonna talk about that.
No, we can talk about that.
No, he don't want to talk about it.
We can talk about that, absolutely. But let's
But
talk
he's
about.
saying that men are deciding to not marry. Women are deciding to not marry broke men.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Or men that say they can't take care of them and their kids.
Yeah, all that might be true, and we can discuss
Oh,
that.
okay, wait a minute. Then actually, these men are coming in with children too. So you up there saying like we're the ones with the kids, and these single men,
I'm
manly
not
men are
saying
coming in and
anything.
taking care of. They be coming in with children too. So the women
So
have
it's
to
just
accept
right.
their children. So
You know,
come on now, you.
no, what I'm
Kirsten,
saying, what I'm
I
saying
know,
is,
right? I
what I'm
told you he
saying
been
is,
coming out. I don't know what's going on with Water tonight.
something.
what I'm
This is
saying is
personal or
this.
something. What's up?
It's not personal, and what I'm saying is this.
Who did you wrong?
And what I'm
Who
saying
hurt
is
you?
this.
I know.
And what I'm saying is this. It's true that men do come into a relationship with kids, right? But
Yes.
the responsibility of said man is to have the ability to financially provide for his kid, for the woman that he's dating, and her kids as well. Is that true?
Yeah,
No,
just
I
like
think
if he was
well,
still with the child mother, he would be responsible for taking care of their kid and her too.
and I don't say like
Hold
taking care like exclusively.
on,
It takes a team,
hold
so
on.
it's both of them
Wait
working
a minute.
together.
Wait, I'm asking a question so I can address that particular thing. And as I try to talk about that particular thing, then you guys add more things to it. And I just want to keep it very basic. So, like, what I'm
This is
saying is,
not a basic
What to
conversation,
say?
though.
no.
Yeah,
Well,
this
you
conversation
made
have
a
a lot
comment.
of layers to it, and you
No,
can't
no,
tell us
you
what
made
to
it.
say and what not to say.
You're making a comment. You're making a statement, right? And then I'm making a statement. And I'm saying, look, this is how. Saying, well, it's also like this too. And I'm like, well, we're not talking about that in particular yet. We can talk about that, but let's just discuss, okay, a man's responsibility is to have the money to be able to provide for his kids, himself, his woman, and the children that she come with. So when that responsibility as a man, if he doesn't have all the money to do that, then it creates a problem in the family.
I don't
It
think
does,
so.
and it does. And
Wait a minute,
several
we have a question. Odom 320 says, so ladies, what's your submission price?
Price.
I don't have a price on submission. I'm old
Like,
school. So I just believe that you're supposed to submit. Submit not like in, you my dad or something, he's telling me what to do, but submit is just being in a
giving that
respectful way
respect to
that
that
you,
man,
yeah,
and
that you
letting
the
him lead
head
the
of my
house.
household.
Yes. There's no price
what
on
is
that.
that?
It's
What does that
not.
look like? I understand what that question is. So the question is, so what's your submission price? So that's almost asking like, how much does a man have to make in order for you to submit to him?
See,
It's
y'all
not
got it
about
wrong.
money.
Thank
It's
you.
not about
Thank
money.
you.
It's not about money.
It's not about money. What is it about?
Not with me.
The ability to handle the position.
Which means what? That's very general.
Can you make good decisions? Can you take this family where it needs to go? Can you lead us? I mean, I don't know how else to
There's
explain
no
that.
other way to say it.
Can you lead us? Can you make good decisions for the family as a whole, being the head of the household? And also being the head of the household, are you strong enough to take criticism? Are you strong enough to take suggestions from your queen, since you want to be the king of the castle? All of that is, like Kirsten said, it's layers to this thing. It's not just A, B, C, D, E. It's different.
Yeah, this is how it is, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, could you be submissive to a man that made good decisions, but he didn't make that much money?
Yes, because we telling you it's not about money. What about that do you not understand?
You keep trying. Check this out.
I don't know anything but English.
Look. What you got to understand is that you guys don't live in a bubble, and I date women, and I know what women are out here saying and what they're out here doing.
Well,
you guys may not, and you guys might not do these things that I'm talking about, or even this person who's asking the question. You might not do it, but it gets done. And so when it gets done and we're expressing it, or I'm expressing it, treating me as if I'm like an alien coming up with this foreign concept that just so unfathomable.
It's foreign to us because we're
no, it's not that, but
it's foreign. I would say it's foreign to me because I'm not that type of woman. I don't date women, so I don't know how these women are. Like I said, I have never heard of that until you said something about it.
And I'm just thinking, giving another perspective of it. Like, I hear where you're coming from, but here's another perspective. Everyone is not about that dollar amount, and it's about, can you lead? Some people are looking for a man that can just lead.
He might make y'all make it about money. It's not about money to me. He could make less money than me, but he can be good with finances and be like, okay, we can take this extra and invest in this, and
because you're
trying to take an element out of it that's really very important. Because I know for sure that I'm pretty sure both you guys have heard the whole conversation about men making six figures. Like, are you guys not hearing women saying that that's a requirement for men nowadays?
I heard some mess like that, and that's just that's not being reasonable. That's not being realistic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at like I don't know, y'all probably not into reality TV like I am, but I look at Todd and Candy. Candy makes way more than Todd. Todd was like a producer. He made really good money too, but Candy was like a multi-millionaire already. So, but like she said, he make less, but she said, but they have good ideas and they are forced together. So they have done like great things together.
They're not the typical relationship. And Todd caught a lot of flack from her mother because he was in that position.
Anybody can date her mama.
And she was mad because they wasn't getting a prenup, right? She was mad because they wasn't getting a prenup.
That's her mama.
All I'm saying is, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent that she was doing that, all I'm saying is this: that dynamic of relationship, that is not the norm of today, of 2023. So the way you guys are responding is not what is norm of 2023. I'm not saying you're wrong. I
I
agree
know I'm
with you.
not wrong because that's just
I
not
agree.
how I feel.
I agree with you. But what I'm saying to you
I
is this:
can't
the
say what the
dynamic.
norm is because I have not done any research. So I
No.
don't know about 68.2% of anything related to that.
Well, I have.
But
But
let's go to Odom 320 question. If a man going to lead a family, how much should he make his levels with it comes to family and marriage?
Oh, Lord. See, again, putting a dollar amount on, I look at it as a team effort. You put, because it's the same pocketbook. You're going to put both incomes together and see what you can afford, what you can't afford. It's working together.
Nobody doing that.
But ain't nobody doing that.
I
Ain't
agree with
nobody
you.
doing that.
I agree with you, and I say
That's how it should be,
that's
but
how it
ain't nobody
should be.
doing it.
Exactly, and that's the part, and that's the part that I've been trying to say, bruh. I agree with all of that, but what I'm telling you is the norm. That's not what's going on out here. Because when a man try to approach it that way, he gets treated the way I'm describing, and it happens, like I say, 6 to 7 out of 10 times for sure, easily.
Okay, y'all, let's transition into the next question. We have Lincoln on this one. We can be continued on this. Okay, our next statement. Whether you think you agree with this or not. People who can't communicate think everything is an argument, and people who lack accountability think everything is an attack. You agree or disagree, Melissa?
I agree.
Your boy Black. Well, wait a minute, Melissa. Why you agree?
Oh man, because
No, it's gonna be a follow up.
I guess because of just with different experiences with people, I believe that statement.
Mm-hmm. I believe that statement because just from my experiences as well, people just don't have really good communication skills, and they say that they do, but they really don't. And then listening is, they don't realize that listening is a really big part of communicating. And then a lot of people listen to respond instead of listen to understanding what the person is saying.
You're right.
And then when you say certain people, you say stuff to and try to express yourself to, they do lack accountability and feel like it's an attack. Anytime you say anything, you can be like, well, I felt like this and this hurt my feelings. Well, I don't never do nothing right. Well, God, dog, ain't nobody say nothing. I'm just talking about this one particular thing.
Their own insecurities with that. They feeling like they don't do nothing right. And then they're like, man, they see that for themselves. Like, wow, that's why they be getting upset.
Mm-hmm. What you think?
Black? I think that's accurate.
Why?
Because it's easy to misinterpret things when you are not when you don't take the time to give the space that it needs. Like if you have a hard time communicating, yeah, you're gonna feel like it's an argument because you're gonna feel personally attacked instead of because what an argument is basically is you're supposed to be attacking the issue, not each other.
Person,
and what ends up happening is people start taking it personal, and then it turns it into a sensitive thing. And so now the message is no longer the message anymore. Because now I'm talking about you talking about me, you thinking I got something personal against you asking me who hurt me and all that other stuff.
Oh, you trying to be funny. Look at that subtle shade. Look at that subtle shade.
And then the second part, it says people who lack accountability think everything's an attack. Yeah, absolutely, because they'll never be able to see where they're at fault at anything. And then when it comes to communicating, it's rarely one person's fault that there's something that's not being communicated. Of course, one person can hold more of the burden, but at the end of the day,
nobody never want to look at the man in the mirror themselves.
Yeah, if you don't feel like you are accountable for anything, you're definitely gonna miss some things, and you're gonna think they're attacking you, or you're gonna attack them and don't care,
Right.
So yeah, that's why I agree with it.
This is true. I agree as well.
Y'all,
All right, let's go on to the next one.
what do y'all think? Do y'all agree with it? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments.
Yeah, okay. Our next one. Is it okay to still be friends with an ex?
No.
And why not?
No. Because it's an X. It's an X for a reason. X dot Y.
Well,
That's it. That's all I gotta say. No.
I don't know. I agree and then I disagree. It just depends on the person and their intentions. Like why? And I just say that because I'm friends with exes. And we like literally legit just friends. Like literally just friends. But then I can see too in a relationship how it could be a problem because it's an ex. You know, what you're doing still dealing with your ex, you know, the person you can make the person that you're with insecure or jealous for no reason, but it just all depends on the person. Like I said, I have exes and like we really good friends. We talk, laugh, talk about their current relationships. Like we just literally friends, just like me and you, Melissa. So I don't know. Just depends on the person. Cause some people still they little sneaky link, sneaking back, going backwards. So that's where it's gonna pose a problem. But anyway, what you think, Black?
I say the answer is yeah, you can. You still be friends with your ex.
Even while you're in a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, like you had a relationship with the person. It varies. Sometimes you can been with a person for a very long time. Y'all just wasn't good for each other in a relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just because
Better
the person
off
is
being friends.
the person don't have to be a bad person, and it just wasn't working out for you guys to be in a relationship.
Right.
Then I can put another layer on top of it. It's no different than having a baby daddy. It's like saying you can't be around your baby daddy no more because you with me now. You know, I'm like, no, you got to have a relationship with your ex. I mean, like, it's no different than can your woman have a male best friend? Or well, that's kind of like I can see why that could be an issue. Could she have have male friends? Like, can she have male friends? Like, yeah, of course they want to smash. That's the nature. But do you trust your woman? That's what it's all about. Do you trust your mate? Is your mate going to act appropriately no matter what the situation is? What's their integrity level look like? What their character level look like? Whether it's an ex, whether it's a next, it don't matter. They can still go out and do something.
That part.
So to me, in the big scheme of things, no, I don't think it's an issue. Now, if I want to take it personal and get my ego involved, then of course I want to be like, no exes, no male friends. I want you to live in this bubble and it's just be me. I'll be your world. Well, if a man wants to do all that, that's a lot of responsibility because you got to be all these different things to her if you're going to do that. And I don't think you want that smoke, bruh.
Right.
I don't know.
Y'all drop down in the comments and tell us what y'all think.
Yeah.
Is it okay to still be friends with an ex or not? Yeah. Why not?
That's a sticky situation because I just think of you can trust that person, but just I don't know. People have their little weak moments, and I'm thinking of like you're saying if they, know they want to smash or whatever, they got they got chemistry or history or whatnot. So on those weak moments, that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Girl, with my ex, I won't ever have a weak moment. We are truly. That's my dog. That's my dog. No, I'm good.
I don't know. I guess.
But I mean, I can see like from your mate's perspective, like they might not want you to be friends with an ex just because of
history of
your history.
You can trust them, but you know what? It's like you can trust.
But do you trust the other person? Is that the thing? Do you trust that other person? See, like if I was in a relationship, I ain't finna lie. Unless it's your child mom, I don't want you being friends with no ex. So I mean that's a double standard because I feel like I could be because I know me and anybody know me, they know what I ain't finna do nothing.
But you can be friends with your ex, but you can't be friends with his ex.
Yeah, I
But what
told you it's a
if?
double standard. It's a
But
double
what if,
standard.
Kirsten, though? What if you in a relationship and you friends with your ex, but your mate like, listen, I don't like that. Would you stop?
I mean, I'll stop, but I'm gonna have to let them know, like, I might check on 'em from time to time. I
Dang.
ain't gonna lie. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'll stop. But if they call me or text me, I'm going to respond. That's just who I am. That's who I am as a person. It's, I mean, it's just a lot going on in the world. And this is somebody that I care about just as a person. It had nothing to do with the ex. I want to know how you doing. It ain't got to be every day. It ain't got to be every month. But like I say, if they call me like, "Hey, Kirsten, I'm just checking on you," because I've been through a lot. So like people that I dated, long time ago was calling and trying to check on me and stuff. So I couldn't imagine, just cutting people all the way off like that. It's just crazy times. People leaving here left and right unexpectedly. So I mean, I wouldn't be disrespectful, but like anybody, well, you know me, Melissa, I'm super honest. I'm, I'm almost honest to a fault. So
Oh, yeah, I know.
I'm
I'm
trying
like,
to
shoot,
understand how this
you can
double
meet old
standard.
dude like Wody. Like me and Wody ain't date, but Wody my friend. Like I'm not gonna stop talking to Wody. I'm sorry, this is my dog.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, if I got into a relationship and a woman felt some type of way because whether it's an ex or a man or whatever or another woman, and they feel uncomfortable, do you just drop your friendship off because of that? I mean, like, do you submit to your relationship? And I understand you gotta be married or whatever, but let's say if you were to get married, do you submit to the relationship and follow that, or do you decide to be like, well, I know this is my friend. He was here before you, probably gonna be here after you, or could be here after you. Do I just kick them to the curb every time I get a dude? So how do you circumvent that?
Yeah, because I don't feel like that's right. Like one of my exes, like just out of respect, one of my exes and him and his girlfriend, they moved in together. So we didn't talk like that, no way. But still, like the little times we did talk, maybe once a month or what, however. I wouldn't call stuff, and he'll call me like, you don't even call, check on me. And I'm like, man, you got, your girl or whatever. I don't want to be disrespectful. He like, well, you ain't being disrespectful. She cool. So I'm just like, okay, I just don't, because I mean, I'm a woman, so I know, how she may possibly feel. I don't know her particular because everybody different, but I didn't know at the time. And he was just like, no. And I was just like, I don't want to be disrespectful. So as the other person probably back off.
Yeah. I've had it where it's like that was just a known thing. It's like, hey, if you're in a relationship, you're not gonna hear from me, and vice versa. So it's just like a couple of months or years, like, okay, they must be in something, and you hear from them, like, oh, okay, y'all must broke up or whatever. But it was like just a respect thing. Because I'm like, for me, I'm like, no, I don't want to reach out to you because you're in a relationship, and I don't want your girlfriend to be thinking any kind of way. So I'll just, I'll just be over here. I'll just step back and let you enjoy your relationship. So I do it out of respect.
I do it. Yeah, I do it out of respect too. But
yeah, I do
that's
that.
a shame.
I do.
Sometimes you be having more respect for their relationship than they
they
do.
do exactly.
Well, yeah, I
Oh,
have
them 320. Are you still on here? What you think? Drop down in the comments and let us know what you think.
I mean, like, I have a female best friend, and when it comes to her dudes and stuff like that, I definitely take a step back, because a lot of times dudes have a problem with a man being friends with his woman, for many reasons. But I mean, I step back, but not away, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if a person, it ain't even just a guy, if a woman, if a guy requires you to do that, that's control. That's control. That's
That's
not how
definitely
that's
controlling.
not what a relation. That's not how relationships work. Um, not a work effectively. Not to me. Not in my opinion. Not for me. Let me say that. Like, being controlled like that, telling you who you can and who you can't be around. You can suggest it all you want, but you got to respect my mind that whatever the decision I make. And if you can't respect it, and it bothers you that much, then that goes back to that part where, hey, you might not be a bad person. I'm not a bad person. We just didn't work for each other.
Right. Because like I said, I can't imagine, like, me, you've been friends for what, 6 years at least?
Yeah.
Like, somebody just be like, don't you talk to them? I'm like, wait a minute, this is my dog. Like, we talk on the phone, laugh, talk, whatever. Go back and forth, debate. If we don't do nothing else, we do that. I just can't imagine it's cutting you off. Like, even I have another friend I went to college with. Me and him been friends since like 96, 97. I can't imagine it's cutting him off. We don't talk every day, but we gonna talk, like, we gonna text for birthdays, holidays and stuff. We gonna check on each other, and we gonna maybe catch up, go out to eat or something. Like, that's just my friend. We've been friends. You can meet them and see.
Yeah, be transparent, definitely in that kind of way. Definitely be transparent.
I'm definitely transparent, definitely.
Because when you start trying to hide it, then that makes it, then that kind of brings some suspicion to it, and then it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is, you'd rather me be honest, or you rather me not say anything and hide it or whatever. Because I'm like, I'm not going to be around here. You call me and I'm with my dude, and I'm just like not answering the phone because why you ain't answering that? Because vice versa, I'm like, why you ain't answering your phone? It's a problem. But see, I'm gonna tell you up front, I have guy friends. They are literally just friends, and a couple of them might be my ex, but we just friends. Now, if you want to meet them, you can. It's up to you. But I check on them from time to time, and they may check on me from time to time.
It used to. Well, I was just thinking. It used to be a time where men shouldn't worry so much about women going back to their exes, because usually women rarely date backwards. They usually, once they're done with you, they're really done with you for the most part. It's the guys that usually have them weak moments more than women.
Right.
But now with the whole little modern thing, I think it might be 50-50 now. So I don't know. Like, you might not can trust
this
people.
This man to pull a percentage out his hat. I promise to God. It's gonna be a percentage. This mug ain't did damn study, but it's gonna be a percentage.
I've done several studies. I'm very well read.
He did no quantitative study. He did no mixed methods. It ain't damn study done.
I can tell you the standard deviations from the median that it is and everything.
Yeah, I'm quite sure you can. I'm quite sure you can.
It's like you might be
68.2%.
It's like you might be 2 standard deviations away from being a modern woman.
Who?
You might be.
This man coming for me again.
No, that's a compliment.
That ain't no compliment.
That is a compliment.
Not for my definition. Ain't nothing complimentary about it.
It's
compliment. See, I told you.
What's wrong with being?
Lord, I ain't sent for him.
What's wrong with being a modern woman? What's wrong with it?
Not if it's a modern woman according to Melissa's definition, yeah. But according to what I felt like a modern woman was, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, I was.
And according to what that Urban Dictionary said, absolutely not. Now, how you just gonna play me, you boy black? You ain't my boy.
We was talking about Melissa definition, because I said my definition was a mixture between both you guys. Because being a modern woman, that's probably the con of being a modern woman, of some of the things that you were saying, and a lot of the pros are the things that Melissa was saying. Because I do think that women should be progressive, absolutely. I mean, like, women get things done. Like, women can do things that men can't do, especially when it comes to business. But that don't make them better. It just makes them different, you know. And
so you can't even get a compliment without doubling back. Just saying something that I'm talking
about. I have to cover that up.
Give me a ding, a bell, or something. Give me the phone. Let me hang up. Click.
That's what you want.
Okay.
No, I have to say that.
Let's see what he said.
No, I'm just saying that because you got to cover your tracks, because I'm not trying to say one is better than the other. That's all. Oh, here.
Said, well, in my opinion, that would not work, but everybody is different. If it's okay with your other half, it works, but the men in my circle, that's a no. I don't want to speak too much on your show, classmate. You can speak. Go ahead on. That's what we want. Conversation.
Conversing. No, he said it wouldn't work for him, and I understand why it wouldn't work for a lot of men. That's why I started.
Yeah,
off
I understand it too. But all I'm saying is,
especially with the city girls up, I don't.
City girls in the lead, and I ain't no city girl, Walter. That's what you trying to call me, a city girl.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't. I'll never call you that. You ain't nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you
get it right for the viewers. Get it right for the viewers.
You 2 standard deviations. That's a good thing. That means you're not that close.
And then he gonna tell me I'm 2 standard deviations away. That ain't far.
It is. There's only 3 standard deviations.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. I need to replenish this orange juice for this man.
2.
This man.
So back to this. So y'all want me to give y'all the scripture before we leave, or what? Or do y'all even remember? Or do y'all even remember what we was talking about?
I remember. Go ahead, read it off.
Yeah, you talking about us working. God said
about women.
in the Bible for us to work and be in the community.
Right,
got a side hustle.
Right.
Last time I checked, he said be a help me.
Right.
Helpmate, yes. Hold his hand. Rub his back.
Proverbs.
He's doing okay.
Proverbs 31:16. And I really don't like doing the whole scripture thing because you got to put these things into context. But the scripture itself says, this is verse 16. It says, she considers a field and buys it. From her profits, she plants a vineyard. Now, if you're reading the whole Proverbs 31, the whole nature of Proverbs 31 is like, what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
You kind of know what I'm about to say?
No, not at all.
What was that, about like 5 words that you got all that out of that?
So that's why I was about to give the context of what they were defining in Proverbs 31, because other scriptures in there support what the nature of the woman is, because the prior verses before that was talking about how, I guess what the virtuous woman, that's the Proverbs 31, is how a virtuous woman moves. What does she bring to the table, so to speak?
That's just saying that women can be equal to men. It ain't said in the line of work. It ain't said, God ain't said nothing about we had to.
Thank you.
And so in Proverbs 31, it was discussing the things that she do for, like, even the women that worked for her, how she gets up early. You do remember that in there, right? And how she gets up before her family, right?
She had to. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying she said it. You have to do anything.
Yes, you said earlier.
Yes,
he said that, Melissa.
Yes, he did. He did.
I'm not.
Thank you.
Well, let me tweak what I said. You don't have to do anything because you don't have to follow.
Don't tweak it now, since we done told you that's what you said.
Well, because I'm just saying that was not.
Try to clarify. He be trying to get out. He be trying to get out.
I'm not trying to get out of it.
Was waiting to hear the word.
That's not the
trying to get out uber professional and articulate when he trying to say something. When he trying to interrupt him or something like.
No, all I'm saying is this. You don't have to do anything. You don't even have to follow the word. Like, you don't. Like, all I'm saying is in there is suggested. If you want a virtuous woman, this is what it looks like. Sure, you can't do everything in Proverbs 31. To expect a woman to do all those things is no different than expecting a man to do all the things that it says what a virtuous man is supposed to be like, or what a leader is supposed to be like.
It is saying that women can.
So
it's not saying that we have to. You said that we have to do that.
Yes, that's what you said.
I don't think I said you have to do anything, but if you want,
You said that with a little vitamin in your voice, and I'm tired of it tonight.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that you have to do anything.
And I need to be in California right now.
Okay, so we're not talking about what I said. Let's talk about let me make the correction.
Trying to clean that up real quick. Okay, go ahead.
Because I'm not perfect. And I do make mistakes. So if I did say you had to,
and you
said I had to, if I said you had to,
what's going on.
I didn't mean you had to. But just like the
Real,
word,
you took your vitamins or something today? You took a multivitamin today?
who?
And that's why he went
You
and
took a
looked for the
multivitamin today?
A multivitamin. No, just a regular one a day.
I'm just trying to
Regular
figure
one
it
a day.
out. You must took one
No.
day for men.
person.
You
What's the
coming in
difference?
hot tonight. I'm
What's
coming in
the
hot.
difference?
Hot,
What's the
hot,
difference
hot,
between
hot.
one a day men?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out because you've been coming for me all night.
I'm not coming for you. Just like I
He
can
just
read
sit
a
up there and
scripture.
said, if you're educated.
No, that's not what I said. That ain't what I said.
Listen,
That's not what I
tape
said.
I'm glad this thing is recorded.
Me too. It's been recording for an hour and 35 minutes.
Yeah, it's time to wrap things
So go
up.
back. So go back and
You ain't got
watch
to
this.
worry because I listened to it.
And
I
if I
listened to it.
and,
We'll
and,
be
and I
doing
want
that.
you and I want you to show me the time when I said you had to do it.
Ooh,
Even though
yes, we'll do.
even though I'm telling you now that even if that's what I said, I didn't
You
literally
just trying
mean
to
that's what
change
you
it
got to
now.
do. I'm not trying to
That's
change
what you
it.
said a couple of times, but anyway, we'll just roll the tape back. But go ahead, finish the word.
Yeah, brother, take that. And so, just like it says that in the same Proverbs 31 that women get up before their family, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to. I'm just saying that's what it suggests. Just like it suggests, like
I'm
a
not
woman
talking
to be
about the
resourceful.
whole Proverbs. I'm talking about what you 31 and 16.
Right. Just like how a woman is
I'm
to
just
be
talking about that
resourceful.
particular scripture. I'm not talking about what the whole Proverb said. I'm talking about that
Well,
particular scripture where you said women had to do this and had to go out in the community, had to go out in the field, had to.
You know what?
That's
Let's bet lunch that I didn't say you had to. Let's bet lunch.
Oh man, let's do that.
Now you want to be in the Bible and bet?
Each one of y'all.
You want to be in the Bible and bet?
Yeah,
Thou shalt not bet.
Let's cast lots. Let's cast lots.
Blessed assurance.
Let's bet lunch that I didn't say that.
Okay, now you want to bet, Lord. I'm trying to
God.
keep my life on tap for the straight
It's a friendly wager. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to
gamble. He want me to gamble.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be denied heaven just because
I'm pretty sure the Proverbs 31 woman don't be betting.
Well, I'll bet you money because I know what you said.
Okay, I got you. I got you lunch. I bet.
Mark that down.
And I'm gonna need $50 because I eat good for lunch.
Oh my God! on that note.
But before we end, though, I want to read what one of my Facebook friends wrote today that I like. As far as relationship goes, since we talk about relationships, he said, "I want to be where the respect resides, where the honor resides, where the consideration resides, where the communication and comprehension resides." Where the desire to put one another second only to God resides, where the peace resides, where the accountability resides, where the ability to say I was wrong and I'm sorry resides, where the forgiveness and ability to move on better together resides. That money come and go, we can always get some more of that. And so I really like what he said because that is like really good definition of a really good relationship to me.
Nah, you gotta have $50.
You gotta have more than $50. But we need to get back on that because we're gonna start. We'll be up into
more.
Yeah, we'll be up into a whole nother hour.
Or more.
Thank you all for being my guests. I appreciate you, Melissa, and your boy Black.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you all for having me.
You all don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to be notified when I'm going live or drop a video. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think about tonight's live about all these different relationship topics. I know you all have some good opinions and views. And I know
all of you all heard Mr. Black say what we had to do with Proverbs.
We ain't gotta do nothing.
Yeah,
wait a
minute. Who team Melissa and Kizzy B or team Black? Let's go ahead on to break these teams up. Let's go ahead and break these teams up.
I tell you.
Hey, I see right now I'm gonna have to go and do a reaction so I can clear up what I
I
have to
need
say.
68.2% of y'all to let me know what y'all think about your boy Black.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, before we end tonight, and my good saying, y'all pray with me, don't play with me. Good night.
On
Good
that
night.
note, don't play with her. Pray with her.